He can let you know he get no money.
Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yeah, well, oh, wow. Let's listen to some news. Let's see what's going on out there. While I take my medicine and let's go get that cup of Joe. Yeah, got up kind of late, but I was in time to hit up my girl Keisha, comedy set. Oh, it's wakey wakey time, y'all. Got some things to do today. Got some things to do today. Let's get this cup of Joe. Oh, yeah, it's nice. Got us a little mini latte here, y'all. A mini latte. Okay. What's up? What's up, fam? Good morning. How you doing? How are you? Just getting in my cup of Joe. do my cup of Joe thing. We're gonna listen to some news because these folks are going super nuts. We gotta keep up with them. Because, baby, we gotta keep up with these foul folks. Them ICE agents just doing the damn most. The mostest. Shit. We gotta be careful. Our own government. Y'all be careful out here. These rogue ass ICE agents, these dirty dogs. They got to, whew, that guy just shot that woman. Oh, and was filming. I guess he got some kind of thrill on about that shit. Y'all tell me what y'all think about that. To be filming, jump in front of the car, shoot her in the window from the side. Oh, Lord. They just getting damn outrageous. Doing whatever the hell they want to do. They just think they can do whatever they want to do. It's, I don't know, babe. It's just going nuts. Let's taste this cup of Joe. Oh yeah, just what the morning need. Start my day. Mm. Oh, that's a nice little mini latte. Oh, Sheriff rebukes face fake ice. Oh, I tell you. Mm. Breaking news: Officer opens fire during a traffic stop on Chicago's West Side. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Let's see. Let's see what kind of shit the law enforcement doing in the rack. I ain't hear about it. So Solo goes. Solo goes to the house. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, indeed. Yeah. It's capital time. We're gonna listen to some news because these fools going nuts. Let me take my little medicine right quick. Ooh, I'll be glad when I get off this medicine. Yes. Whew. We're gonna. This is really ridiculous what they are doing to the people. Okay. Let's see, break it. We got some. What? They always do that. Let's see what she say here in Philly. Let's go to rolling. Philadelphia County. The Philadelphia County Sheriff, Rochelle Malone. Woo! Let's just say she spoke some truth when it
into what would happen if these ICE agents decide to roll up in her county and show their ass. Watch this.
I'm Rochelle Bilal, Sheriff of the City and County of Philadelphia. And I say her name, Renee Good. Renee Good. Renee Good. Renee Good. Renee Good. Renee Good. This should not have happened, but we're here today. Let know that law enforcement professionals, real ones, not the fake made up ICE, probably Trump's new army to attack citizens of the United States. Did you hear what I said? No law enforcement professional wears a mask. None. None. Those that come into our communities wearing a mask to commit crime, I thank God for our district attorney, Larry Krasner, who said he's going to lock them up. And I'm saying now, we are not going to whisk you away for them to hide your identity, because when you do it there, you get arrested there. No whisk away for them to hide. None of that, people. None of that. Law enforcement professionals do not shoot at moving vehicles. I'm not saying fleeing, she wasn't fleeing. She was getting out of the way. Law enforcement professionals do not stand in front of moving vehicles invoking an action that is illegal. No, we don't. And so we stand here today with all those who stand against the made-up fake, what you can call ICE, professional law enforcement. I don't call them none of that. I call them made-up fake wannabe law enforcement. Because what they do is against not only legal law, but the moral law. So I'm with the DA, and we will work with them. If any of them want to come in this city and commit a crime, you will not be able to hide. Nobody will whisk you off. You don't want this smoke. Because we will bring it to you. And the fake, whatever they call them, because I can't say the name, but the criminal in the White House would not be able to keep you from going to jail. Renee Good should be here today. And to her family, we are saying law enforcement professionals are not the ones to do that. But here's the last thing that I will say. Law enforcement professionals around the country do their job. And we have been fighting for years to build that bridge between us and our communities. You had one negative nutcase that causes this problem, and now we all have to fight again to let people know law enforcement works with communities. These crimes would not be down if we didn't have communities work with us.
Joining us right now is the Sheriff of Philadelphia County, Rochelle Bilal. Glad to have you on the show. So you cut right to the chase. You got MAGA folks mad at you, saying you dying. But also, look, there's black sheriffs in New York. In North Carolina made it clear they were not going to cooperate with ICE. You saw the black sheriff, the black police chief in Illinois, how they were just running roughshod over them and just ignoring them and treating them like crap in one of the Chicago suburbs.
Yeah, the MAGA people are really mad because I'm getting all kinds of threats, but I ain't a scared person. I've never been. I've been in this position before. I shut down a racist website called Dome Lights, where police officers fill up at their desks, at their job, spitting out hate against black people. And I got threats from them. So this ain't no new place. I'm not scared of these folks. We need to start standing up and saying, you're not coming in our city and just run crazy over here. You're not going to do that. We got a district attorney that says you commit a crime, he going to lock you up? Okay, and we'll transport you to where you need to go. Not whisk you away to hide your identification. Not do none of that. We're going to stand 10 toes down on standing up for the citizens of the city and doing our job.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and the thing here is they know they have somebody sitting in the White House who will let them do whatever they want, and they have grossly disrespected local law enforcement. Normally, when you're the Fed, when you come into a state, you talk to the police chief, you talk to the sheriff, you talk to the state police. These folks are like, we don't give a damn what y'all think. We can do what we want, when we want, and we expect y'all to follow behind us.
I mean, ICE has been in cities way before this type of situation and have cooperated, came with warrants, was respectful, worked out situations. Not these. Do you know? I get this information that they get 47 days of training. 47? That means they don't even know what they're doing out here in our neighborhoods. And at some point, every neighborhood around the country need to stand up and say, no, we are not going to take this. And if you come in our cities and commit a crime, if your district attorney don't want to lock them up, then you need to get a new one. But ours here said he's going to lock them up, and that's exactly what we're going to do. And the sheriff's office transport prisoners, so we will transport you.
The thing here is, I was having a conversation with a black conservative who was defending law enforcement, and I said, dude, we don't know if these people are real law enforcement. He said, yes, they are. I said, no, we don't. I said, we don't know if these are
really
Proud
don't.
Boys, these are oath keepers.
Right.
We don't know if they're bounty hunters. You don't have names, you have faces. I said, so you don't know. They're just grabbing anybody, and these folks are just doing whatever. They're busting windows, they're accosting people, they're just rolling up on folks. We're gonna play a video later, about a 7-minute video, where this African brother in Minneapolis was giving them the business, and then they were demanding his information. They eventually walked away. They had no legal basis to stop him, and it was like 8 or 10 of them surrounding this brother.
Well, you probably need 8 or 10 of them on one person because they scared. No, they don't have any identification, no ID. They put masks on, and you are right. Because law enforcement professionals don't wear masks unless you have to, cover up to testify so they don't know who you are if you was undercover. But they don't walk out here with masks. If you're doing the right thing, you stand on who you are and the law in that city. They don't wear masks. These people coming in with masks, and I'm with you. I don't know if they're the Oak Boys, the Proud Boys, the Boys. I don't know if they're the nuts of the insurrection on January the 6th.
Mm-hmm.
Are these the failed ones that couldn't get into police departments, couldn't get into the FBI, couldn't get into the DEA, and they're taking them because they know what their stance is so low that they take anything and anybody? No. Professionals, law enforcement people, do the right thing, they abide by the law. Not saying they're perfect, because none of us are perfect. But the one thing they don't wear is a mask out there because they stand on the law. These are not standing on the law. That's why they try to hide their identity. I think they're scared. And if they ain't scared, take your mask off. Step up like a man or woman you think you are and come into these cities unmasked and claim you want to do the right thing. Do that.
In the video we're going to show, he was asking, man, who are y'all? And they are like RD6, 8. So they had no names, no badge numbers, no nothing. So you can't report it. And then we did another story, but it was this black guy who was stopped at a concert by somebody wearing fake ICE stuff, which you can get on Amazon. And so you got people who are impersonating ICE and Border Patrol, and you don't know who the hell these folks are. So when they say, well, you got to comply, I don't know who the hell y'all are. You rolled up with a mask on, no name, no passes, no nothing. I'm supposed to give you the business out. Let's remind people that in Minneapolis, a Minnesota state senator was shot and killed by a guy impersonating a cop at her door. They shot and killed her husband. They severely wounded another state official and his wife.
And they can perpetrate, but I think the ones coming in the city is perpetrating too. Yeah, we have to keep people safe in our cities. And then we have to speak up against those that are not. This is a fake thing that they came in here. We're making your city safe. You're making our cities more dangerous. You're coming up to people with no identification. They don't know who you are. You mask up. Let me just say this. If they put legislation out there in your city that banned the mask for young
Introduce my panel, Candace Kelly, legal analyst, host of Not All Hood out of South Orange, New Jersey, Matt Manning, civil rights attorney out of Corpus Christi, Texas, Michael Imhotep, host at History Network Drive in Detroit. Candace, your question for Sheriff Belong.
As to whether or not ICE is actually going to come to Philadelphia. Is there a high likelihood? Is that what you are hearing? I know you're close to the pulse of everything.
No, I haven't heard that. You have ICE agents here because people saying to me they are around our courthouse because our deputies are the ones that secure the courthouse and deal with the warrants from the judges. So they're outside courthouses, they're outside buildings. I'm not hearing that they're coming in here like they invading other cities, but the ones that we have here, we got to deal with them.
Thank you.
If you want to see it all, you need a car that can go the distance. The Subaru Forester Hybrid, 581 miles per tank. Love goes the extra mile. The Subaru Forester Hybrid is the highest rated SUV tested by Consumer Reports.
Yeah, they hiding their
USB
faces.
OTG checker.
Oh. They're hiding their faces. Oh, they don't want to be met with the smoke. Philadelphia said you will be locked up.
State law often gives federal agents certain powers. As it relates to Pennsylvania, do those ICE agents actually have any powers outside of the federal enforcement, or what is the interplay, I guess, between state law and what they're actually able to do? Because I suspect we're going to be hearing that they're going to say we're empowered to come in and enforce state law as they sometimes do in other places. What's your experience in that respect?
Because in Philadelphia, you have the sheriff and you have the police department. Under my jurisdiction is where the courts are. ICE cannot come in the courts to arrest anybody. And if they do, they let us know in advance, and they have to have a valid warrant signed by a judge. And they don't take them out of the court. They don't go in the courtrooms. We will take them back to where they were, and they have to go there to get them. They don't just invade the courts here, but they're outside lingering, and they're outside trying to capture people coming out. But what we have in our city, and I deal with the courts and their security, they don't come inside the courts to grab anybody outside. They're lingering outside of that. And I can't stop them because the sidewalk is public, the courthouse is public. The only person that can stop them from even being outside is legislation or a judge. And I'm waiting on that. Michael.
Yeah.
Sheriff Bilal, I saw your video today. Thanks so much for your heartfelt words. My question is, I know under the Obama administration, he deported 3.1 million undocumented immigrants, but they did it the correct way, like you're talking about. What has been some of the response from those in African American community where you live who may have voted for Donald Trump because they said he's going to deport the undocumented immigrants that are taking Black people's jobs, but then we see all this hell breaking loose, okay? And Obama deported more per month on average than Trump is doing. What are some of the responses that you're hearing on the ground?
For the ones that voted for him, feeling sick to their stomach right now, because the promises he made to all of these people and even Black people, and I can't see why they even did that, but because they was fooled. Now the fool their food, and now it's on them. Now they sick to their stomach because they done cut off whatever benefits. They done stopped them from doing this, and they coming to get, they probably coming to get us at the next go around. Before we sat back and said, it ain't us. It's all of us. It's all of us. If we are not a racist, bigot, maggot participant, then it's all of us. Doesn't matter what shade, what political state you are in, it's all of us. And so if they don't get off their butt here, they sick now. And now they're trying to figure out what it is they want to do. I tell you what, they need to get out here with the rest of these folks and fight back and not just take it.
Thank you.
Well, there are a lot of folks who are highly critical of their actions, and I think what this shooting has done, it has probably woken some folks up. And listen, they have been attacking Black and brown people, and let's just be frank. This is a white woman who was shot and killed, and the right is trying to say, oh, she was this left-wing terrorist, lesbian, all this sort of stuff like this. But I think them shooting this white woman in the face and killing her is going to cause some other white folks to realize that, guess what? It ain't just the brown people.
They not exempt. And that's what I said. It's all of us. If you're not a part of that group of people, I say the cult, because that's the way I see it. And that's my personal opinion. If you're not a part of that, then you are the next person in line for them to come, step up on you, mask that, try to grab you out your car, throw you on the ground. This is ridiculous on what's happening. And I'm speaking out, and some people may be mad. I don't care at this time. I got family, I got grandkids, I got friends. I'm speaking up because I live here in America, and this is unjust. And in my book, I'm just not going to sit back and let it happen. And I don't care about the threats. Bring them. I'm a law enforcement person. I was well trained. I had more than 47 days of training. Trust me, more than that.
This crazy Black Republican from Texas, Wesley Hunt, decided to give his perspective and weigh in on this shooting. And Sheriff, I would love to hear your response to this. Let's play that.
Clear that she tried to use her vehicle as a weapon, mow over an ICE agent, and now she is dead. And her death is tragic, but at the end of the day, it was completely avoidable if she would have simply followed the commands of the ICE agents. But what really is more disturbing to me is Governor Walz's comments about using the National Guard to keep the federal government ICE agents out of his state. He has now gone full Jefferson Davis, and that's what I would call civil war. This is a problem. The left always does this. They always clamor for more violence. They always clamor for more rioting. Many they've already burned to the ground. The violence must stop.
Hey,
Let's
Keisha.
respect law enforcement. Respect this president that said, I am going to clamp down on illegal immigration, and Minneapolis has become a cesspool for illegal immigration, and we're not standing for it any longer.
What are you trying to buck for a job or something? Because I've seen all the people that used to speak up for the criminal in the White House, and ain't none of them got a job. So I guess you're trying to come in and get one. First of all, I saw that video frame by frame by frame. As a law enforcement professional, you don't put yourself in harm's way. You don't stand in front of a vehicle. He had enough space to get out of the way, and he shot in front. And now he's on the side. And you shoot 2 more times, there's no threat there. She wasn't trying to run him over. She's trying to get out of the way. Get away from them. What was you going to obey? You come up all masked up, you're going to try to open up my car and pull me out, and I ain't got nothing to do with what you're doing? I'd have took off too. She took off because she was scared. And then this nutcase talking about you're going to respect law enforcement. Hell, they don't respect law enforcement. January the 6th, they was trying to kill the law enforcement professionals up there at the White House. They was trying to kill them. So you talking about respect law enforcement? You should have respect them then on January the 6th. See, he don't even know what he's talking about. But if you bucking for a job and you keep being a handkerchief head Negro, exactly what you're doing, then go ahead and do that. Go over there and get a job over there. And because you're black, he ain't gonna give you one either. So you might as well just stay where you are and just get out of the way with the nonsense. Because You can't talk about respecting law enforcement when you try to kill someone. You can't talk about respecting the president when he don't respect the citizens of this country. Look, I ain't got nothing else to say about him. Go get a job somewhere else.
See, here's the thing that is amazing to me when I listen to these people, and this is what I never understood. I remember there was a story out of Cleveland, and it was a black couple, and the cop jumped on top of the car and fired a bunch of shots into the car. We've had other stories that we've done jumping in front of a car. And matter of fact, I remember Kajima Powell. This was in St. Louis shortly after Michael Brown had been shot and killed. And Kajima Powell had a serious, it was a mental issue. It was a mental call. It wasn't more than 16 seconds from the time the officers arrived on the scene, and the door, it was 16 seconds from when the door opened to the first shot fired that killed Kajima Powell. And I remember when that happened, and Powell had this butter knife or something like that, and he flexed, and the officer immediately fires and kills him. And I'm watching this, and my first reaction, this is just me, and again, I don't understand. I won't say I understand police training, all of that. But what I didn't understand was, if I'm a cop and I got a partner, and I'm getting out of a car, okay, and the man is standing in front of me, there are not other people around this way, and he's holding a butter knife, and I know I got a gun, so I know I have a lethal weapon. I can take this person out. I guess if I'm gonna have a conversation with homeboy, I'm probably, this is just me, I'm gonna step to the back of the car, put the car between me and him, we're gonna talk over the car. And when I see these officers, they jump in front of a car, or they firing at a car that's taking off and going away, I'm sitting here going, what are you doing? And the DOJ's own report shows you do not fire at a fleeing car. You don't do that because you don't know who you can hit. You don't know if you hit them, they run to somebody else. Matter of fact, it's a black kid, 26-year-old black photographer in DC. He's dead because the DC police were chasing a car. That car, this brother was on his way to an assignment, on his way to church. Car slams into him and he's dead because they were pursuing him. And so it's just mind-boggling sometimes when you go, what were you thinking when you know you have the lethal weapon in your hand and that person doesn't?
That's right. And that's the rules of that's the law enforcement rules. One, the reason why, because people used to just chase cars all the time. And cars speeding down the street, hit people, kill people, children, grown, elderly, by the speed. You don't chase them, nor do you shoot at them because you don't know who is on the other side of that vehicle that you may hit or kill or harm. So that's why the rules are in place. You don't shoot at a fleeing vehicle. It got a tag. You catch it later. You don't chase them. We had that here in Philadelphia. I think his name was, and correct me if I'm wrong, Dante Dawson, where the cops stood on the hood and shot down the car because he was in the car. Didn't make a move, nothing, just was in the car. The rules, because I was a police officer for 27 years, the rules was, if a person is in the car and won't come out, they become a barricaded person. That's right. Everybody in here to work it out. That's right, that's right. So you don't stand on top of a car and shoot down into a car. You don't shoot at a fleeing vehicle. See, these 9 trained individuals, and they said he had 11 years. Then what was he doing for 11 years? On the border patrol? You don't know how to react to people in communities or urban cities. You don't know. But you throw them out here and they just start shooting? No. The rules state for most common sense law enforcement agencies, now the ones that don't, they can correct me, but I know being a cop for 27 years, that was the rules for us. And that's the rules for my deputy sheriffs here in this city. That's what we don't do.
Well, it also reminds me when you have these cases, and we just did one the other day in the state of Florida. Black man, he's walking away back to the officers, has his hands up, he's not reaching for anything, shoot him in the back, kill him. Same thing. And you're like, so you're justified. The person's walking away. This is the stuff we have to deal with. And I do hope. I hope that what this murder of Renee Good does, it wakes up these complacent people who have given these law enforcement folks the benefit of the doubt. And you're absolutely right. And I've said it for a long time. And I've talked to way too many folks in Noble who have called for accountability. That when you got cops who do the right thing, hey, you praise them, you support them, you pay raises and all that good stuff. But we know for a fact, you got some folks who are thugs, who have no business with guns and badges, and they know, oh, I can shoot and kill, and all I gotta say is, I fear for my life.
Hello, I'm Isaac Hayes III, founder and CEO of Fanbase, and I'm here with a very important message.
All right,
we are at a turning point in the Black.
So, we got a little news today, and I hope that the states start to do their own investigations of these thugs, because the federal government is not going to do anything about it. Thank you, Keisha. You too. Enjoy your day. Stay safe out there. I'm going to go about my long head. I got things to do, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for watching. No, Solo, they're not. They're not going to do nothing. I mean, they came out the door. That ugly gnome chick calling this woman a domestic terrorist. And, you know, because they know that shit is wrong. And then they thought that everybody's stupid. So they sent out, they leaked a video. And, oh, my God. They always make things worse for themselves because they're so dumb. You know, and for some reason they think they're smart. And it's crazy. The foolery of it all, yes. But, you know, hey. Woo, we just got to keep our heads up, keep the swivel on, because these maniacs are treacherous. They are treacherous, they're pathological liars. They just lie, and you can look. They leaked a video that shows that they're complicit in the murder. That is total murder. So, and they still will double down on their lies. Try to spin that shit. It's unbelievable. Like, no, maybe I shouldn't believe my lying eyes. That's fucking crazy. Oh, okay, y'all. Thank you all for coming in. That is my Cup of Joe listening news. And I got stuff to do, y'all. And I will be dropping a video later on. And yeah, I may do a live one, maybe not. So it depends on how I'm feeling after I can get back home. Thank you all for coming in. Love you guys. Keep the peace. Bye-bye.